Hello there, we'll go back to Tunis and the Sons of Carthage. Last time, well, things were not going too well, hasn't actually been going too well for the last couple of episodes. We have one issue here with Spain, basically taking back some of the stuff that I took from them last time. They also reclaimed Granada. All of this due to a mistake that I made myself. I vassalized Granada instead of annexing. I should have annexed and released again. Didn't do that, got well, screwed by that. Anyways, we're currently back at a war here with Spain. They declared war on me with the assumption or goal of taking Malta here, which they have been successful in doing. I thought my fleet could keep them at bay, but that was only true until the Venetians here joined in. Once Venice actually became a factor of the war, things started going south rather rapidly here. And I'm pretty sure that we will actually end up losing this one, which is, again, really bad. But it basically means that I need to be prepared to fight a war against Venice myself, or get myself into a position where I can get into a war with Venice, just to drag them out. Any other solutions to the current problems would in turn be to just try and wait things out, which is a very subpar solution, I dare say. I tried to run away there, didn't actually work, but I think I can destroy, thanks to this, I can actually destroy that Venetian fleet, which is really useful. 34 of their galleys lost, and that should actually have a really, as you can see, significant effect on their war exhaustion, which is of course also useful. Now, fleet-wise, we do have some ships here that have taken some damage. We're going to be parking in a couple of weeks at port. I'm also going to actually go full army maintenance here. We're going to get the maintenance back up. We're going to challenge this army with the help of the Fezzan army, provided that it actually do what I want it to. And I think here, if we're really lucky in the long run, we might be able to do something. Of course, the fact that I cancelled my alliance with the Ottomans due to the French getting into war with them kind of backfired on me also horribly here. If we had the Ottoman navy on our side, I'm pretty sure we could have won this, but I didn't do the clever thing, if you will, and it has backfired horribly. The goal here will actually be to win the war in the long run, provided of course that we do manage to take back Malta. It should be possible. Worst case scenario here will hopefully be a draw, or white peace if you will, but we'll see what we manage to pull off. If I'm lucky now, I might actually be able to change to challenge this fleet without the interference of, well, these guys was what I was hoping for, but I think that will not be happening. I need to get Venice out of this war, and then, only then, we might start to talk about, well, winning the war, if you will. We're also going to add a couple more units to our army here, because it will probably be necessary. But again, I definitely need to get Venice out of this. Hopefully I can do that soon. We're 30 points off, but we're at least closing in on a, well, equal terms. I am going to peace out Provence though, because there's no negatives, at least for me, in doing so. And hopefully, as I said here, we can get Venice out of this downline too. For now, however, we'll just try and pick up battles. There's a 10,000 man Venetian soldier army going there, and that is actually might be the cue that I've been waiting for. If the Venetians now are actually getting off their, or dropping their troops here, I might be able to pick or catch the Spanish fleet, but I have no idea where it is. So with the troops already landed, we're not going to take any chances there. We are going to send our army though to help the, of course, the siege ends, perfect timing for the enemy. If I can get that in time, which I actually did here, I'm hoping we can turn this around, but it seems to be rather doubtful that we'll be able to pull that off, of course. And they must have removed the 5 province, because we're running 7 right now. 8 if you take into considering Melilla, but I guess that's fine. Fez doesn't actually bother me too much if it goes under siege, but worst case scenario here is of course the fact that the Spanish keep on piling more and more troops into the area, and as a result of that, I might have to invade the Spain mainland if I can, and then we'll just have a war of attrition, literally a war of attrition. But if I manage to actually pull this off now, get my troops into security of Tunis, I'll probably drop them on Malta just to get a little bit of war score back, which could be a potential good move. Also here I'm really hoping that Spain will get themselves into another war, because if they do not, then I'm definitely screwed. But for the time being, we'll try and join up our fleets here. These two will probably just have to run back to, run back to harbour. The problem, of course, is that when it comes to moving the troops, and in this scenario here, they'll probably end up getting, or the fleet will probably end up getting attacked by the Spanish and Venetian forces, but we'll see. Again, the main goal will be to piece out Venice more or less at once, if you will. Now, do I not have... Yeah, my entire transport fleet actually was destroyed, now that I remember it, so we're going to build 6 of these ships, and we're just going to have to move our troops in a very, well, awkward manner, if you will. I'm not sure how I want to do with the maintenance, but we'll go a little bit down so I don't have to take too many loans in this war. And again, I'm currently just waiting for Venice to get into a position where we can piece them out. We're getting closer to that. I'll just allow the Spanish to siege here. Hopefully they'll split up their armies more, retreat home or something, but as things are, we're going to have a hard time hitting them back, and it's mostly my own fault. Venice can finally be thrown out of this. As you can see here, they will actually accept to be well, relieved of the war duties. Venice is now out of it. We don't have to worry about their fleet. What we do have to worry about, on the other hand, is the fact that the Spanish are making a lot of gains in on my territories, so we need to weaken them rather than doing anything else, and that means getting my my soldiers into Messina and Palermo rather rapidly. Sardinia, of course, too. I'm probably just going to leave my African possessions more or less completely unguarded, at least for the time being. Reasons for this are quite simple. We need to more or less just try and strike back here. I should be able to defeat the Spanish fleet. I should. That is the main goal here. And if I destroy that, these troops are going to be captured or trapped down here, but it's going to be interesting to see how this actually pans out, no matter how it actually goes. But as you can see, Spanish fleet has been completely and utterly destroyed, which is, again, part of the goals here. But now I'm a little bit unsure what I want to do. If I should actually take my troops as they are and send them after the Spanish forces. That could be one way of well, trying to beat back here, but it is definitely a awkward position. Can't actually get any good rulers either, or generals from my for shock. Not really helpful. How far are we away from... There we go. Should have done this ages ago. But we do have now military tech 13. Trunnions. Artillery fire plus 0.4. Artillery shock plus 0.1. New cannons and regimental camps can now be built. We're going to upgrade our cannon first. And we're not going to do anything... Well, I probably should. We'll not be using it... No, we will be using it for lowering war exhaustion down line. So I need it for the time being. But as I said, the goal first now will be to just take back Malta. That is going to be the main goal. If we take back the war goal itself, it is going to be helpful to us. And as I said, I think I'll just leave my possessions a little bit alone for the time being, and we'll try and take them back later. For the time being, I think I can pay any war exhaustion we get from basically my own holdings, if you will. But of course, this is not going to be a really viable solution in the long run. We are going to have to find some way to solve this otherwise. And also, funnily enough, as you might have noticed, we have another participant, if you will, in the war right now. And that participant is wow, I'm really stuck on my words here. The new participant for, well, World War I is actually Milan, I believe. As you can see, Milan just joined in randomly here at the end, which I find hilariously surprising, but that's fine. Now, I think we're actually going to bring these guys back, because as you can see, there's actually a Spanish army that is completely and utterly defenseless here. No, we're just going to keep things as they are. We're going to bring these guys back, and we're going to use this army to attack this one. Let's face it, if the Spanish army is actually split up during this campaign, whatever you want to call it, that is going to be useful for me, because that means that I can just pluck them down one by one. And if I can just pluck them down one by one in this desert, that's definitely going to be useful. But I think the AI, yeah, AI kind of cheated there to know what I was going to do. Now the question is, do I want to attack these guys still? They're going to get there in December. We're going to have 6 days to destroy them. Not a lot of time, mind you. So I think we'll just go with the original plan, get them out of here. The attrition that the Spanish do accrue here will hurt them, let's just be honest about that. So all in all, that is going to be what I will be hoping for. Keeping the Spanish out is going to be a little bit tougher now than it was before. Not just a little bit tougher, a lot tougher. So we definitely need to make something work here. Sicilian Patriots. Now that is a surprising one. And that might actually lead into trouble. But we'll just have to see. We're also going to send these guys running because there's not really much else I can do. We need to secure them, make sure they're safe. But those are... yeah, Sicilian Patriots are actually going to go after my army, I think. No. Oh, they didn't. Surprising, but important nonetheless. As I said, we're just going to be sieging the Spanish possessions right now, see if they actually manage to get or go into the offensive and take them back. But as you can see here, we are slowly but surely now starting to fight back. They do still have a lot of troops in their mainland, I think. Let's see here. 36, 36, 63 total. They don't have that much. Probably most of this is... They probably don't actually have anything back at home. Oh my. This could actually get quite interesting. I think I need to actually send a force to Spain itself to confirm or deny whether or not they actually have any troops themselves. But if they do not, after we've taken the Italian possessions, we're probably going to go to Spain to, well, take them out, if you will. Of course, I'm probably going to get into trouble for them with them sieging my possessions, but if you consider everything, I have more provinces, I have more spread out provinces, which will lead to them having a harder time, if you will, taking everything. So it could work, but it's also something I'm very concerned about. I think I'm just going to most likely, especially how things are currently standing with the Spanish army tearing through my lands, if I get into a position where I can get a wide peace, I'll probably go for that, but as things are looking now, that it looks like a distant possibility. But we will try and siege the provinces, and we'll see here if we can actually come up with anything that would be positive. As you can see, there's actually 11,000 Milanese soldiers here, so that means that the entirety of the Spanish forces are actually captured in my lands. France, it's your time to shine. Unfortunately, they probably won't. So yeah, I should probably drop my troops in Spain, of course, and take Madrid. But we are going to allow the sieges of the other provinces here just be completed first. I'm going to send these 6,000 men as a, well, risky testing squad, if you will. And if hilarity wants it so, we might be able to, again here, make something work. Just drive a war exhaustion to bring back some Aragonese rebels could be useful. A siege of Sucy, some Napoli. It could work. I just need the Spanish to actually build a fleet so they can start getting their fools home. Never mind. So Milan is actually their defensive force and actually do have military access through, well, through our good friend here, the French, who actually have me rivaled if I didn't mention it before. In this case, we'll take the inflation, I think. Holland has a civil war. Not anything for us to be too concerned about. I'm going to split this into two, again for sieging purposes. And hopefully here the Spanish will use this opportunity to take some troops back home to try and re-siege this area, and then I can just destroy them down the line. Unfortunately, it seems like Fez actually have run into an issue here with some Tlemcen nationalists, which is kind of surprising, but it means that we might have to make something work, unless of course these guys are kind enough to walk north and into my lands to, well, do a little bit of sieging of their own. Siege of Sardinia is over. Naples will cede Calabria to Spain, Tunis will cede Malta. We're going to decline that one. Although they are sieging my lands, I do feel that we are currently in a position where we might be able to force forth a deal that I want. As you can see, they require Calabria to be part of the offer. So if I re-siege Calabria, they should, in theory, shut up. So that's just what we're going to do now. We're going to pick up the Sardinian army and we're going to dump it in Calabria. But yeah, this is going to be, again, a proper war of attrition. I need to get Milan out of this so I can actually siege Madrid. And that should be everything that I need to force forth a white peace here. At least that's what I'm hoping for. So, for the time being, again, we'll just see here if I can bring back a peace with Milan. Probably not. We're getting close though, so we might have an invasion of Spain sooner than we'd, well, anticipate. Thank you for watching. Please have a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and we'll continue this next time. Bye.